Hi, everybody. This is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut, and welcome back to the Baseball Hut. And hopefully, you'll like this video. So I am back here at the Hut. I done a video earlier in the day. Little Andy Martino of SNY, and what the hell else is he working at? I think just SNY. And he does a lot of on-air content and a lot of on-air and online content, SNY. Well, I mentioned that he had said earlier that the Mets were going to make a move for a player. They were close to acquiring a player. He didn't know who it was. I didn't know who it was. It was a fun video I did earlier. Now, in the last few hours, we learned that the Mets are going to sign right-handed pitcher Luis Severino. Now, I posted the video of him from, I guess, November 16th, where the rumor was that the Mets were talking to him, that they had a meeting with him. Former Yankee, the Mets are signing him to a one-year deal worth $13 million plus incentives. Now, I am not too enamored with that move. I know he's going to be a back of the rotation arm, but he is not. The word is, and they're all like parrots. All the same media people that follow the Mets are all saying the same things: high reward, low risk. Now, he has not pitched really on a regular basis since 2018. That's almost 6 years ago. He's had to deal with injuries. He did not pitch well last year. He pitched terrible last year. So, between the inconsistency last year and not pitching at all, and not pitching much, really, he's only had 2 really good years. So I'm sort of lukewarm on that. But he's a back of the rotation guy at this point. If the Mets get him on the mound, able to keep him healthy, he could be pretty good. But he has to stay on the mound. And he is 29, 30 years old. So he's like in the middle of his career. If he pitches well, great. It helps us. I would mention the Mets have so many holes that need to be filled, folks, that they cannot afford really to put money all in one place. I think that's probably the smart move here. There have been a lot of rumors today in the last few hours, but we'll get into that momentarily. But just going over Severino, as you know, Carlos Mendoza, Mets' new manager, was the bench coach for the Yankees, and reportedly he has a good relationship with Severino. So maybe he got in the ear of David Stern and said, "Look, when we try to bring him in, he has the chance to be something really interesting." But we'll see. Now I have a rumor for you, and this has been talked about in different accounts online, and that's Eduardo Rodriguez, the lefty who pitched in Detroit last year. He's another sort of middle rotation guys. I know he's had some moments. He had some moments with the Red Sox, obviously won World Series with the Red Sox. He's the same guy they refused to trade last year to go from to be with the Tigers, to go to the Dodgers, because he didn't want to, uproot his family. I believe he had cancer a few years ago. He had COVID. He was really sick. But he's a guy that has been, he's left-handed. The one thing I've noticed now with what Dave Stearns has been doing, he's talking to left-handers. We also know about Jordan Montgomery, that the Mets have been sort of linked to him in the last day or so, which this team has struggled to really have a lefty in the middle of the rotation. They didn't have really a lefty this past year. I wouldn't count David Peterson in that. And Jose Quintana missed half the year last year. In 2022, the Mets didn't have any left-handed presence in the rotation other than David Peterson, but he didn't pitch that much. But Rodriguez is another I look at him as sort of a middle rotation guys, but he's going to get a lot of years. Probably get a 4 or 5 year contract from the Mets, I would think. He's 30 years old as well. He's an interesting piece for me. But he's a middle of the rotation guy. Now, the Mets have now 29 players on the 40-man roster. They have so much work to do. And obviously, there's no guarantee that Severino's going to be able to pitch on a regular basis. But Rodriguez has been pretty durable to a certain degree. He pitched whole season last year. He pitched fairly decently for the Tigers. So he is an interesting piece. I'd rather have Jordan Montgomery because obviously he's pitched here. He's pitched really well of late in the last 2 years. When he's been able to get on the mound, he's pitched really, really well. I've been very impressed with him. And I've always was impressed with him when he pitched for the Yankees. Now, I will have a video in the morning, tomorrow, that you need to subscribe to find out what happens. Because I saw the report by little Andy talking about different arms. He mentioned an arm that I was shocked that he mentioned in this report. Obviously, he mentioned Yamamoto. The Mets are still in on him. It seems like the Dodgers have picked up the pace, trying to get him. Obviously, the Yankees are in on Yamamoto. Every team is talking to Yamamoto, but it will get whittled down to the players, the main teams in this pursuit. Now, you have to understand about Yamamoto. Yamamoto not only is going to be getting a contract from one of these major league teams, but whatever he gets, the team in Japan, the Oryx Buffaloes, will get a percentage of that contract that could go in excess of $40 to $60 million, depending on where the contract is. To me, he's probably going to get an 8-year deal, probably worth $250 million. Okay, so you're talking about well in excess of maybe $40, $50 million that's going to go to the Buffaloes in Japan. So just keep that in mind as we get closer now to and obviously on Monday is the winter meetings. So we have a lot of balls that are starting to starting to come off the board now. Some names starting to come off the board. I know a lot of people have been stressed out. I know a lot of Met fans have been stressed out about Kyle Gibson getting off the board and a few other guys, like freaking Sonny Gray. People got so upset that Sonny Gray, the Mets are going to lose out. Sonny Gray wasn't coming here. So keep an eye on Rodriguez. Keep an eye on Yamamoto. The video in the morning. Subscribe to this channel. That video will go up at 9 o'clock in the morning. I know it's a little unusual time for this channel, but 9 o'clock in the morning, I will make that video public for you to watch. When you see the name of the player, you will get very excited. So hit that subscribe button to find out what's going to be going on tomorrow, because this might be an interesting piece for the Mets as a pitcher. So thank you for watching this video. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you later.